Hello guys, welcome to my podcast. Today, we want to talk about why you are not able to birth your ideas. Why you're not able to birth your ideas. Birthing your ideas means bringing your ideas into existence, turning your ideas from dreams to reality. And I know you've got a lot of beautiful ideas. You've got a lot of excellent ideas. And when you first got these ideas, you were sure it was going to you were sure of birthing it. You were sure of bringing it into reality. You were sure that it would be amazing to turn it into reality. But what happened along the line? Why did you give up? Why did you back down? Why did you back down? Why did you change your mind? Jesus once told a parable. He said, "The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, 'Sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where then did the weeds come from?' 'An enemy did this,' he replied. The servants asked him, 'Do you want us to go and pull them up?' 'No,' he answered, 'because while you are pulling the weeds, you may root up the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time, I will tell the harvesters, first, collect the wheat and tie them in bundles to be burned. Then, gather the wheat and bring it into my barn.'" One thing I want you to learn from this story is that your mind is a field. Your mind is a field where you plant thoughts, you harness thoughts, you harvest thoughts, and you turn thoughts into things. When you first had that beautiful idea, it was a thought that was sown in your mind. Now, for that thought to turn to reality, for that thought to come to reality, you need to harness it, before you can harvest it and turn it into things. But along the line, these thoughts were choked out by weeds. And these weeds are negative thoughts. When you first got that idea, it was a beautiful idea to you and you were ready to take actions. Then after some time, the weeds started springing up. Negative thoughts started choking out the wonderful ideas that you've got. For instance, the first time I created a blog, I had amazing ideas. How I'm going to share knowledge, write, tell stories, and touch lives with it. But along the line, I don't think I wrote up to 3 or 4 times on it before I deleted it, because it was a beautiful idea that I had, but the enemy planted weed as usual. And I started reading that, I started saying, this does not make sense. This story is not a good one. Then I looked up how the things I need for AdSense to approve me, for me to start earning from that blog. And the only thought that was in my mind at that moment was that it's really a long process. It's really like something impossible to achieve. So I just gave up. I didn't just give up. I actually deleted the blog and every effort I've done. Years later, I started again. And then after some time, I abandoned it because the devil sowed weeds again. And the thoughts of that nobody's reading this thing you're writing, so just forget it. Nobody's reading it. You're just wasting your energy. You're just wasting your time. It's not going to bear any fruit. So I abandoned that one. Before I started again, years later. Now, what's the difference between then and now? The difference between now and then is that I've recognized these negative thoughts and I've learned how to replace them with positive thoughts. When the thought comes that nobody's actually reading this, I will be like, even if it's one person that reads it, I am sure it is going to impact that person's life. When the thought comes that, how long are you going to do this? How long are you going to put in labor before you start getting any reward? I'll be like, even if I don't get any reward, I'm going to continue doing this because it does not take anything out of me. It's not taking anything out of me. It is a hobby. It is something I like doing. When the thoughts of, do you know how long it's going to take your dreams before it comes true, comes, I'll replace it with, see, once this dream comes true, I'm going to move to another dream. So it doesn't hurt me in any way if I hold on to this one forever. That's just it. So if you want to bet your ideas, you have to recognize the negative thoughts that choke out your ideas. You have to recognize the negative thoughts that the devil has planted as a weed to destroy your ideas. Secondly, another thing that makes it impossible for you to bet your ideas is procrastination. When you keep saying, I'll do it tomorrow, you may end up never doing it. The only way your ideas will turn to reality is that you start taking actions immediately. Like, take actions. Don't say tomorrow. Take actions. Because if you leave it for tomorrow, by tomorrow you're going to change your mind. By tomorrow you're going to feel weak. So take actions when the ideas come, so that you set yourself on the process of turning these ideas into reality. Taking actions immediately is a step towards betting your ideas. Take actions immediately. Thirdly, instability is something that will make sure you don't bet your ideas. Being unstable, not persevering. You got this idea and you've seen things that you need to do for those ideas to come into existence, and you started doing them. Then along the line, you change your mind. There was this woman who Jesus talked about. She had this idea of getting justice, and she persevered with everything in her. She kept going to the judge saying, grant me justice. But the judge refused. And as she kept going, she didn't give up. She didn't stop. She didn't change her mind. She didn't move on to something else. She just kept going. She kept focusing on that idea. She kept pushing. She kept going back. And at the time, the judge said, even though I don't fear God or care about men, yet, because this widow keeps bothering me, I'll see that she gets justice so that she won't eventually wear me out with her coming. That is one way to bet your ideas. Focus on that idea. Be stable. Keep pushing. Keep working on it until it turns to reality. Now, another reason why you're not able to bet your ideas is impatience. We are always impatient. We are always not patient. A lot of people start a project, and because the project was not doing as well as they imagined it. They just abandoned it. Meanwhile, they've given it maybe 4 years. And what they need is to give it 1 more year before they can birth their ideas. But because they can't really see the future, they gave up. You saw something else and decided to move on to something else. Those are the things that make it impossible for you to birth your ideas. Because for you to actually birth your ideas, you need to concentrate. You need to focus on that idea over a long period of time. It's not something you can do by being here and there, changing your mind today, then coming back tomorrow. It needs consistency. It needs perseverance. It needs stability. It needs a steady push. A steady push. For us to bring our ideas into existence, we must be patient. We have to be patient. Because, in fact, everything you're doing in life requires patience. So, if you don't learn how to be patient, you will always give up when you're already close to birthing your desires. If you don't know how to be patient, you will always back down. You will always give up when you're already very close to birthing your ideas. For instance, when you start a business and you're talking to people about it, waiting for people to start patronizing you, and after 6 months you decide that, okay, because no one came, you want to stop the business, you want to end the business. Meanwhile, they already have what you told them in mind, and they're waiting for the opportunity to patronize you. Finally, when they need your products or your services and call you, you tell them that you're not doing the business anymore. It is as a result of impatience. For everything you want to build, for every idea you want to birth, you need to be patient. When you're building a house, if you look at the builders, you see that they put 1 block at a time. When you come there, to look as if nothing is happening. But before you know it, a building will spring up. So in life, in everything in life, patience is required. And finally, one other thing that stops us from birthing our ideas is lack of faith. Lack of faith. We feed our fears. We look at all the evidences and we decide to give up. But if we have faith, we believe that everything is possible for us. If we have faith, we believe that we can do all things. If we have faith, we believe that everything is possible for us. If we have faith, we believe that we can do all things. If we have faith, we believe what God has told us. That idea you have, God actually told you something about it, and you have forgotten about what God told you because you are afraid, because you're not patient, because you don't have the ability to persevere, because of negative thoughts that are choking out the beautiful ideas, because of procrastination. You have forgotten the purpose that God told you He wants to fulfill with your ideas. It's a terrible thing to just keep, dreaming dreams, having ideas, and never being able to bring any of them into existence. So I encourage you today to have faith, to be patient, to persevere, to destroy negative thoughts, and to take actions today, right now. Don't procrastinate anymore. So you can birth your ideas and bring them into existence. Thank you for listening. God bless you.